Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. We've got some serious buzz swirling around the AFC North, and it involves a name that could shake up the entire division, Quenton Nelson. Yeah, the Indianapolis Colts star guard might be heading to the Steelers, and trust me, this isn't just some rumor, it's a game changer. The Colts are in a bit of a transitional phase after losing their quarterback, Anthony Richardson, to injury and with their current struggles in the standings. The team is looking to rebuild, and one of their biggest assets, Nelson, could be on the move. Reports from ESPN and other insiders point to the Colts exploring a trade that could send Nelson to Pittsburgh in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026, plus offensive guard Isaac Seumalo, who's been a solid presence on the line. This move would free up around $19 million in cap space, giving the Colts some much-needed room to bolster their defense or sign other key pieces for the future. For the Steelers, this could be a pivotal move, with the offensive line still a bit leaky, especially after the injury to Andrus Peat, who's been on IR since December 2025 with a knee injury. Bringing in Nelson would give them a fortress inside. And let's be honest, Nelson isn't just a good guard, he's a dominant force, the kind of player who can elevate the entire line and make life easier for Kenny Pickett. And if you're a Steelers fan, you know how crucial interior line play is, especially when facing divisional rivals like Cleveland and Baltimore, who have been stacking up their trenches. Now let's talk about Nelson himself. This guy is a pancake king, a real mauler in the run game and a steady presence in pass protection. His career PFF grade averages around 92.5 with an impressive 91, 8 in 2025. Over 13 games this season, he's only allowed 2 sacks, and he's won 85% of his pass blocking reps. His run blocking metrics are just as impressive, averaging 4.2 yards created per rush, and his EPA per block sits at +0.9. And don't forget that Week 8 game against the Texans. Nelson was a wrecking ball, allowing 0 pressures and pancakes on 5 plays. That's a guy who can dominate in the trenches, and his career stats include over 200 knockdowns, with minimal double-team impact and few injuries. Just a shoulder issue in Week 1 of 2025 that he bounced back from quickly. When you compare Nelson to the Steelers' current guards, like James Daniels, who has a solid PFF grade of 82.4 but has given up 5 sacks, you see the kind of upgrade Nelson would provide. His presence would be a major boost for the Steelers' run game and pass protection. With Pete out, the Steelers' rushing yards per carry could jump by about 15 yards, pushing Najee Harris toward a 100-yard season instead of just 850. Looking at the numbers, Nelson's ability to improve the line's overall win rate per block by +2.1 and boost EPA per rush by +0.11 would be huge for Pittsburgh's offensive efficiency. But beyond just the offensive line, the ripple effects on the defense could be significant. A stronger front line means less pressure on the secondary and fewer explosive plays allowed. It would help the Steelers reduce their exposure against top offenses, especially in a division that's becoming more competitive every year. Plus, with better protection, Kenny Pickett's pocket presence improves, leading to a 10% increase in completions on deep throws. That's exactly the kind of boost the Steelers need to keep pace with the best teams in the AFC. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the trade could be a real game-changer for Pittsburgh in terms of Super Bowl aspirations. According to recent odds from PointsBet, the Steelers' chances of winning the Super Bowl could jump from +5.0 to +2.600 with the addition of a player like Nelson. That's almost a 100% improvement, and it underscores how important trench play has become in today's NFL. Teams that dominate in the trenches tend to control the game and grind out wins in close contests, especially in the playoffs. This move also echoes what we've seen in the past, like the Falcons' trade for Alex Mack in 2016, which turned their offensive line into a fortress and helped them reach the Super Bowl. If the Steelers can land Nelson, it's like giving Kenny Pickett a brand new, elite interior protector, and that could be the missing piece that pushes them over the top. A stronger interior line also opens up more options for Najee Harris and the rushing attack, making the offense more balanced and unpredictable. Of course, skeptics might point out that trading a Pro Bowl guard like Nelson could risk protecting the quarterback in the short term. After all, giving up a proven talent always comes with some risk, especially when it comes to chemistry and familiarity. But with the Colts looking to rebuild and cap space being a concern, it seems like a logical move for them, especially if they're eyeing a future where they can extend players like Michael Pittman or shore up other areas. Looking ahead, this potential trade could reshape the AFC North landscape. The Steelers, with Nelson added to their interior line, could become even more formidable in the trenches, setting a tone for physicality that's been a hallmark of Pittsburgh football for decades. The Browns and Ravens will have to respond, and it's clear that the division is heating up, especially with teams investing heavily in their offensive and defensive lines. In the end, all signs point to a move that could define the Steelers' season. With Nelson in the fold, Pittsburgh's offensive line becomes a true fortress, making life easier for everyone on offense and providing the defense with less stress up front. It's a move that signals a clear intent. The Steelers are serious about contending again, about asserting their dominance in the division, and about making a deep run in the playoffs. The rebuilding Colts might be in limbo, but the Steelers are aiming for a renaissance, a return to Super Bowl glory, and Nelson could be the catalyst. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So Steelers fans, what do you think? Is this the move that finally puts Pittsburgh back at the top of the AFC? Are you excited to see Nelson in black and gold? Personally, I believe it's a bold step that could pay huge dividends in the long run. The trenches are where games are won and lost, and adding a player like Nelson would give the Steelers a real edge at a critical time of the season. With the playoffs approaching, every line of scrimmage battle counts, and this potential trade could be the key to unlocking a new chapter of Steelers dominance. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.